Level up your home studio with the Insta360 Link webcam. If you're a streamer, podcaster, or work from home professional, this webcam can help keep you on top of your game. Hi, editor Jason here. I'd like to share how I put this video together. Other than this clip right now, all of the A-roll or main footage was captured with the Insta360 Link at its default settings. I've done no post-processing to the footage. I'm using a very simple two-light setup. I have a key light and my overhead light in the Insta360 footage. This will give you a sense of how easy it is to capture great footage with the Link, even with a minimal light setup. As for all the B-roll, I use a combination of my Sony camera and my phone. And for the audio, I did use my external mic because generally external mics capture better audio regardless of what webcam you have. With all that in mind, let's get into the video. The Insta360 Link is an amazing webcam. It's a PTZ or pan-tilt zoom webcam with some amazing AI features like facial recognition and automatic zoom. It can do 4K 30 and 1080p 60, has dual noise canceling microphones for clear audio. It can also shoot in landscape or portrait mode for different types of content. But before we get too far into the details, let's take a quick look at the design and build quality before we check out the other features of the webcam. Design-wise, it's got a very understated but professional look to it. It's very compact in size, but kind of heavy for how small it is. The build quality is really good. It's a combination of metal and plastic, but nothing feels cheap. I think you'd be surprised at how well made it feels. It feels very dense and tough in your hand. Taking a closer look at the camera, you can see that it's a webcam on a little gimbal. This is what allows it to pan, tilt, and kind of as a bonus feature of this is your camera will always level out thanks to being on a gimbal. As far as mounting options go, the Link comes with a cool little folding clip that can mount to pretty much any computer monitor, whether it's a desktop monitor or a laptop. And underneath, there's a 3/4 thread to mount it to a tripod or ball head, so you have a lot of flexibility for the mounting the camera. For connectivity, there's a single USB-C port on the back of it. This handles data as well as power for one simple connection. Image quality is something that should be at the top of your list when deciding on a webcam, and the Link is one of the best available. The combination of the 1/2 inch image sensor, which is actually big as far as webcams go, as well as the f1.8 aperture that lets it perform well in low light, this camera captures amazing image quality thanks to that combo. I'd even say it's comparable to some mirrorless cameras out there. The software for the Link is called the Insta360 Link Controller. I don't want to get too deep into all the different settings, but you'll find that the app offers a lot of control over what the Link can do compared to a lot of other webcam apps. A few of those are direct control over the ISO, the shutter speed, there's curve adjustments, kind of like you would find in image editing software like Photoshop or video editing software like DaVinci Resolve. There's white balance and color temps. If you're familiar with how to use these different settings, you can really adjust the image to suit your specific tastes. If you would rather not mess around with all the different settings, I think you'll find the image quality is really good right out of the box with the default settings. The two features that really stand out to me on the Link are the AI tracking and the autofocus. The AI tracking basically acts as your personal camera operator. You activate it by showing your palm to the camera for a few seconds, and it will acknowledge the gesture by flashing a blue ring on the camera. And the camera will now follow you around wherever you are in the shot. This is such a cool feature. It allows for all kinds of different and cool interactions with your viewers. If you do any kind of presentation or content where you're active or where you need to move around a lot, having the camera follow you around is honestly a game changer. The autofocus isn't as exciting as the AI tracking, but it really is something that webcams have not been very good at. Being able to show an object or an image and have it in focus and then switch back to you when you put it down is something you could only kind of do well with a mirrorless camera setup. It's so nice to know that with this camera, you can rely on it to focus on what you want it to focus on. Audio is often an afterthought when it comes to webcams. Insta360 Link did a pretty good job, in my opinion, with the built-in mics on the Link. The mics are noise-canceling mics, and they do a better job than most webcams out there. So while the image quality is amazing on this webcam, when it comes to audio, you're almost always better using an external mic as opposed to the built-in mic, regardless of which webcam you are using. There are a few other things that I want to touch on a bit. I don't want to go too far into it, but there are a few other really cool features that I think will interest you in the Link. The first one is the overhead mode. This is a dedicated mode that's great for getting those overhead shots on your desk. I really like to use this mode for shooting unboxing footage, but it's great for showing something or whatever you're doing on your desk. One thing that comes to mind that I think a lot of people will like is artists who want to show their workflow. This would be awesome for that type of content. Another awesome feature that I think a lot of you might be interested in is the whiteboard mode. The Link comes with these 4 little stickers, and they look like little corners, and you put one sticker in each corner of your whiteboard. You give the camera the peace sign, and the camera will switch from you to whiteboard mode and will focus on the whiteboard instead of you. This is awesome for content where you're writing stuff down or drawing stuff and you want them to focus, your viewers to focus on that. And when you're ready for them to focus back on you, you just give the camera the peace sign and it switches back to you. And last but not least is desk view mode. This is very similar to overhead mode, but as opposed to being directly overhead, if you have your webcam mounted on your laptop monitor or your computer monitor, when you put it into desk view mode, it will focus on your keyboard area. This does kind of skew the image a little bit, but the app uses AI to kind of compensate for that. So think of this as a quick and dirty way to get an overhead mode without having to use a tripod or some type of mount to get the camera overhead. This is super handy if you want to show people something on your desk and then switch back to normal view. If you're a streamer, a podcaster, or you do a lot of Zoom calls or work from home type stuff, and you want to level up your image quality for a more professional studio look without going full-on mirrorless camera setup, then the Insta360 Link will be a perfect fit for you. While it's not a budget option, I do think that for all the features it offers in such a compact package, the price is a nice balance between premium functionality and value. As always, I hope you've enjoyed the video and it's helped you make an informed choice when you are shopping for your next webcam. If you are interested in more details on the camera or you want to see a little more in-depth content on the other features in the settings, let me know in the comments below and we'll make that happen. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.